4, 3. Oh shit, we're on. Wow. Okay. Hey, what's everybody? DJ Anthony, Wellness Week Live, our resident PhD in California. I'm in New Jersey. Don't forget, we're just two friends talking. We're not giving any medical advice. Always check out the healthcare professionals. Okay, so Magnus, I wanted to talk to you today about, it's in the news. It's like everybody and their mother's talking about it. It's been going on for a while now. About 2 weeks ago, the CEO of United Health got murdered in New York City. Now, just before we go on, I just want to say, obviously, you and I both agree. Killing people's bad. You should not kill people. Don't shoot people. Don't kill people. Killing people.
No, it's
bad. Don't do it. Okay.
Yeah, the whole thing is it's a tragedy for sure, and like my thoughts definitely go out to his friends and family. It's horrendous.
Now I'm going to say this though. Killing people is bad. You should not kill people who have paid into their health insurance and they get denied medication and operations to go die by the tens of thousands. Killing people like that is bad. And also shooting people is bad. That's how I see it. So it's, the old saying, the pen is mightier than the sword. You can kill people with a pen via proxy, via policy, and you kill tens of thousands of people, or you can shoot somebody and that's bad also. Yeah. But it's kind of funny to me, in my opinion. It's like, when you deny people medication and operations that they've paid into, that they can't have, that killing is anybody. That's not a problem there. Okay, so it's just almost funny, but not funny.
That's the case. I mean, looking at it, it's a straight up business. It's all about making money, and that I don't think that mixes well with healthcare. That you're trying to run it as a company to try to make money. You are going to screw over a lot of people, and I would say, and you know this as well, when people loses all their hope and become desperate, that's when you start having a lot of dangerous people. The people that stop thinking a reasonable, logical way, and they might consider either killing themselves or killing someone.
And by the way, right, and so I think this conversation is right. And by the way, I have health insurance. You have health insurance, so we're not two people that are jealous that we don't have health insurance. But Magnus, I will say this, and I only speak for myself. In my life, I'm 51. I've had moments in my life where I had no health insurance, okay, which is very fucking scary. I've had moments in my life where I had minimal health insurance. I had moments in my life where I had the shittiest health insurance, and I had moments in my life where I had the best health insurance. So I know firsthand how it is. It really fucking sucks. And my heart goes out to people. The number one cause of bankruptcy in America is due to health problems. And these are people who have health insurance, but they go into bankruptcy. They lose everything because they don't have enough money. It's not that they don't have health insurance. They have health insurance, but they don't have enough. And I would say, to your point, healthcare is a business. And that's the one thing healthcare should not be, is a business. And I don't know if you're familiar with this, Magnus, but in America, in the 1920s, if you didn't have money and your house was on fire, the fire company, that's why they call, your fire departments have fire companies, because that's a nod to the past, that in the 1920s, if you didn't have money literally to pay for your house to get put out, if you didn't have a plaque in the front of your house,
burnt down,
they would let you die in America. Yep. No joke. This is in our grandparents' time. This is not 10,000 years ago. So they figured out, maybe we should cover everybody, whether you pay insurance or not, whether you're a good person or not, whether you have money or not. Everyone's entitled to get their house put out from the fire department. Well, holy shit, it should be the same thing with health insurance, because if I'm sick and I'm coughing on you, you're getting sick. If my house is on fire and you don't put it out, well, the neighbor's house gets on fire. So eventually this has to come to a solution to have everyone universal health care. We're the only modern country that doesn't have it. And we have this great country who's so powerful, so rich, so powerful, the most powerful country ever, yet we don't have everyone insured. I will also say this. Most of America is already insured. If you're a billionaire, you're insured. If you have no money, you have free health care. If you're a millionaire, you're insured. If you have a job like you and I have, you're insured. So most of America is insured. People are only asking for, can we cover the last sliver of 10%? So it's not a heavy lift. It's not like, oh my God, we can't cover everybody. Everybody's already almost covered anyways. It's just the remaining 10%.
Anthony, I think that's where people also don't know the facts that that you're talking about the people that are falling like in between those two
Correct.
groups, right? And I think that it's unfortunate because people are pretty uneducated in a lot of these things when it comes to healthcare and understanding, and also understanding, like, for instance, how it works in other countries. Remember, I'm from Sweden.
That's why I mentioned
It's very, very different, and people then people say, well, you guys are guys are pretty much communists. You're a socialist, like
Magnus,
party. Yeah,
that's why I brought up the fire department. The
yeah,
fire department in America is a socialist policy. If you
Yeah.
like the fire department, that's socialism. The fire department,
Yeah.
everyone gets it, no matter what. That's
Yeah.
socialism. Police
Yeah.
department. Do you like your police department? That's socialism. You get police protection whether you pay into it or not. Do you like the United States military? The United States military doesn't say, well, we'll protect Texas and California and Vermont. We're not going to protect New Jersey. No, everyone gets protection from the military.
Yeah.
That's socialism. We can keep going.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just that it's very different, and it's something also. I think it's changing too. It's changing with generations over time, and I definitely hope that everybody gets like in some type of way free healthcare, because I think it's so important. I think that, like you said, I think people will be more productive. I think that people will be healthier. Because I see that a lot, that people, like, oh, I can't afford it, so I need to go to work and things like that. Well, you're risking everybody else if you're sick, and you're spreading that
on fire, right?
Yeah.
By the way, Magnus, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's about, like, people need to understand that the bigger picture, and not trying to be completely egocentric. We'll have to pay more taxes and things like that. Okay, yes, I understand that, but maybe not. It depends on how you do it and how you think about it.
Yeah, we don't have to pay more taxes. We're already giving trillions to other countries. What the hell? We give some to our own.
and it's the same thing. A lot of the money that you pay in taxes, you have no, or like most of the money that you pay in taxes, you have no clue where it's going.
Yeah.
And like, again, Pentagon, how many billions are just disappearing every single
Trillions.
year? Yeah.
By the way, I did some research.
But I'm not putting a knock on the military either.
No, we need our military, of course. We also need healthcare.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the same thing. It's like, why would we need a military if we don't have like our population is healthy, right? So
by the way, I did some research though. Okay, I think there's many ways to solve this remaining 10% problem of people who are not insured. Arguably 10% could be 15%. Anyways, Magnus, I didn't know this, but in New Jersey, right, you only have 5 choices. I only have 5 choices of healthcare insurance. Okay. Now, that's not capitalism. I say, if you really want to be capitalist, let us shop across state lines. You know get this. I was blown away. So in New Jersey, we only have 5 choices. However, in America, there's 907 health insurance companies to choose from. But in New Jersey, we're only allowed to choose from 5. That's not capitalism. That's communism. You're not letting us choose. If you just let us shop across state lines, that will solve everything. Because now I can say, okay, I can, there's competition. Competition lowers prices. So, shit like that, and it's just like, dude, that's not cool, man. And so you can see why people, I'm not talking about the shooter now, I'm just talking about everyday people, are pissed off. It's just like, come on,
100%. And this, I mean, to be honest, this should be. It's like, again, if you buy, for instance, if you buy a car and it gets delivered and is all dented up and things like that, and it's not working or whatnot, would you be satisfied? Of course not. You would be upset. You want the new car. You want it to get fixed. Whatever, is the same thing. And I mean, like, that's a little bit how you need to, like, if they want to do it that way, then you need to see it like either, like you said, either go full in, or like we have to take care of it, right? So it's a very delicate question, and I think that there's many options and many solutions to it.
Right. You have a baseline. Hey, everyone gets, like public school, okay? Whether you pay taxes or not, whether you're a good boy or girl or not, whether you're rich or not, it doesn't matter. Everyone's entitled to pre-K to 12th grade. Now, that might not be the best school. It may be the best school, may not, but you're entitled to that the baseline. So there should be baseline health insurance, and then you have option. If you want to spend money and go buy the Lamborghini of healthcare insurance, go ahead, do that. But everyone should be baseline. You shouldn't be having people, our veterans, people in the street, homeless, because they had health insurance, but not enough. Like, come on, man, we're America. We're not, some poor country that doesn't. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I can see how this is. A lot of Americans are up in arms.
Yeah, but it comes down to this also. Like I said earlier, desperate people do desperate things, right? And that's the thing. Like we saw something like that. Someone that was, and again, it's very, very hard when it comes to these like individuals when they're going completely solo, because I think that this guy is basically he planned it and did everything himself. It wasn't like a group that was doing it.
To your point about desperate people, right? The thing that makes this extra scary, and again, nobody should go killing anybody, nobody should shoot anybody, that's bad. But the thing that made this so scary was this guy was not the classic quote unquote desperate person. He came from a very, very wealthy family, had all the money. So he wasn't some poor guy that was hurting and bad. Oh my God. Like this was made more scary because like, holy shit, this is one of their own. This is an elite person, best colleges, all the money in the world. And he did this. That sent a shiver of everybody's spine. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. We thought it was like going to be some, if you had a guess, you would guess like it'd be some dirty bum who got rejected from health insurance and had no money. Like this is the contrary. This was a kid with a silver spoon in his mouth, Ivy League trained, top of the food chain. And so anyways, very sad.
But again, that shows you too, that people are fed up.
Oh, right. And can you imagine?
I would say that proves even more that people are
100%. And, so what I would tell people is if you really want to, make a change and, you can, so many different things you can do. I mean, you can organize a march. You can write your senator. You can actually buy stock in these companies, and then you have power. You have voting power. Yeah. You can, talk to your legislators and things like that. There's many different things we can do. This type of violence ain't cool. And it's also not cool to reject people that the insurance that they're paying into either. That's not unacceptable. That's a, it's legal, but is it moral? So,
and that's the sad part is that we see like moral standards are constantly like getting lowered. And I would love to see actually that we're increasing our moral standards and behavior and how we treat each other as well, we're getting close to the new year. Maybe that should be people's New Year solution to try to be a little bit nicer and have increase their moral standards a little bit more.
Yeah, bro, it's a scary thing, but like I said, I think this whole dark situation brought to light the bigger context, the bigger picture, and that is healthcare in America, and something has to change. You can't be going homeless because you couldn't pay the deductible, which you're already paying into anyways. Your health insurance. So anyways, but
but looking at it, it's the same thing. Like we're this is not, and like let's not just single out. I mean, we're looking at it, the pharmaceutical companies, the hospitals, everything. Yeah. There's so many things, and also like when we're looking at the pharmaceuticals, the companies have so much power. Which is one thing that I find interesting, though. Since I think U.S. now is down to the only two countries that allows that you do commercials for. I think it's just New Zealand and the States right now.
Yeah, right.
But it comes down to that. It's like you see traditional TV that they were paid a lot by pharmaceutical companies because I think they had like at least 60% of the money that it is pumping in on the commercials were from pharmaceutical companies. I enjoy that like the traditional way of watching TV is disappearing more and more. And we have a little bit more control of what we're viewing and also commercials and things like that too. Which I think is important because in one way or form, I mean, like if you are basically the hand that feeds that company, which is that like could be news or whatnot, they're going to have some type of control over it.
Of course,
So,
lobbyists and stuff. Yeah. We just
yes.
passed a law in America, though, that the government can negotiate prices with pharmaceutical companies, which is a big help, actually.
That's a big step in the right direction. Yeah, because it was ridiculous. Like, well, a pill goes up like several 100%. You say, oh, you've been using it a long time. And that's also another unfortunate thing when it comes to, we're talking about this with pharmaceuticals too. You usually don't end up with just having one pharmaceuticals, having one side effects, and you have 3 others, then 10 others. And then all of a sudden you're on so many different pills that you might not even need to start out with, because, hey, again, just go out and walk 10 minutes per day and like, you know, eat a little bit less sugar, you know, and you would cut away a lot of those like drugs and issues and problems straight away. So again, it also comes down to this, and try to stay as healthy as possible.
Right. Healthcare, part of it is our responsibility.
Yeah, and trying to stay out of it. You know that you don't need it. The longer that like you stay away from getting involved in it, the better off you usually are, right? But by staying healthy and active and eating right and all those things, right? But sooner or later, you are going to need it, right? So it's still important, like, but like this is when I had surgery on my arm, when I ruptured my bicep tendon. So this is back in Sweden again, but I was very fortunate to be like fairly healthy, because I was able to, like, the surgery was not a problem. I recovered quickly. I could do everything and so on. And that is important to understand too. The healthier you are, the better off you're going to be if like there's an emergency or something happens as well too.
Of course. Yep. No, well said, Magnus. Anything else before we wrap up?
No, I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Hope again, this is a time when people are you know, lonely. There's a lot of people, like it becomes a mental stress and all those things. Remember, there's always help out there, and I want to point that out. It's so important. And also, like, hey, reach out to people, talk to people during these times, during Christmas and New Year's. You know, I mean, it's and not just the holiday season. Keep on doing it year round. Like, be involved with people. Like a simple question like this: hey, how are you doing? You know. And ask you, like, hey, like, actually mean it, not just like a hello phrase, you know, like, hey,
coffee, get together.
Yeah.
All right. No, well said, Magnus. Everybody, check back in. A lot of great content. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm going to sign us off.
Stay safe, guys. Hey,
5, 4.
Stay away from fireworks. Stay away from fireworks. You want to keep your fingers, eyes, and everything like that. Do not shoot fireworks and mix it with alcohol.
True that. Okay, well said. Sage advice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.